Welcome to Table for One. I'm the narrator, and in today's video, I'll be doing an unboxing of the Bloodlines expansion for Dune Imperium and Dune Imperium Uprising. And I'll also be opening up Dune Imperium Promo Pack number 2. Let's get rolling. Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be unboxing the Bloodlines expansion for either Dune Imperium Uprising or Dune Imperium. I will get into the details of this in another video, but in this one, I just want to kind of show you what's in this box, again, along with promo pack number 2, which I just picked up from PAX Unplugged in 2025. So the first thing I want to do is get the plastic wrap off of here, and then I'll show you the back of the box. I know some people have expressed they would like to see the back of the box as well, so I'll make sure to do that. And so, just as a reminder, my entry point to this whole series was I started with Dune Imperium Uprising with Bloodlines, but I have not played this particular expansion again since I started releasing videos for this series, so I'm really curious to get back to it now. So this is the back of the box. It kind of shows you what is in here. My recollection, without researching in advance, is that everything in here is compatible with Dune Imperium Uprising, and I think some to most of it is compatible with Dune Imperium, but we'll find out. The rule books so far have been really good, I think, about telling you how you can mix and match expansions just at the same time, and then playing with either Dune Imperium or Dune Imperium Uprising. So I think that will continue here. Regular cardboard on the inside of the box, similar to the rest of the games, if memory serves. And so, first we've got the rulebook. Seems to be about the same size as the base game rulebooks. It's got a lot of good examples. So here's the components that we can expect. Leader-specific components, that's pretty cool. Talks about some Chome-specific items as well. And then we've got our setup. When playing Bloodlines with Dune Imperium, the base game, they're kind of assuming that you're coming with Uprising, but they've got instructions here for the base game. And what else have we got here? So Sardaukar Commanders, Spy with Deep Cover, that's kind of neat. Command the combat icon, more cards, more combat cards with the wild battle icon. What else do we have? And then tech module. So I think, combining with Ix, I don't know, I'll have to read it. It might be a little bit dicey, but this seems to be the most substantial thing that Bloodlines adds that I've already seen in other expansions is the tech module. Sadly, there's no grafting in here. I think that's been my favorite new addition from any of the expansions. Solo and 2-player games, we're going to have new House of Gaul cards, some more rivals. And look at that, there's 6 new rivals. That's pretty great. How many new leaders? 9 new leaders. So most of these new leaders are also in here as rivals. So I like that. That's pretty good. We've got our icons on the back, some clarifications. Looks like this whole thing is 12 pages, including the credits. Differences for the 6-player game if you're going to play that. All right. Let's set the rulebook aside. Keep going with the components. So we've got here a couple of punch boards for technologies. So same as the Rise of Ix style, but I believe that these are all new. I'll let you know in a rules refresher video. So it looks like our cost is from 1 spice up to 7 is the most expensive. That's pretty darn expensive. But I do like that almost all of these have an immediate benefit. Looks like 1, 2, 3 do not. Four do not. That's not bad out of, how many are here? 18. So that's pretty cool. I'm just going to set these aside now. I'm not really looking to punch them out today. Looks like some of this stuff has fallen out. But these are all going to be the same on the back. These are the Sardaukar commander abilities. And then we've got some new contracts when playing with Chom, which I always do. Looks like maybe this one was here. Let's see if I can try and organize these so we can see them all at once. I don't need to put them back in their places necessarily. I don't need to unpunch them, but I guess here we go. Just to make sure I've got them all. Yeah, there's one more out there. There it is. Okay, so you can at least see what all these abilities are. I believe whenever you have at least one Sardaukar commander in the combat, then all of your Sardaukar commander abilities apply at that point. And so those are new troops that you can recruit. They are here. They come as miniatures, but not exclusively. There are 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And yeah, they're pretty decent minis. If you're into minis, you can paint them. There is a whole upgrade pack for Dune Imperium that changes all the wooden components out, or at least most of them, for miniatures. And they are pretty cool. So it gives you miniatures for your agents and for your troops and probably dreadnoughts. I don't know. What else? Oh, the alliance tokens are now minis. So if you're into minis, that's available. And then this includes minis as well as wooden components, which I think I'll probably use. I might mix and match to the horror of everyone else. But Sardaukar commanders could be these big black cubes. They're quite large. This cube here is for one of the leaders, but this is the same size as the normal troop cubes in the game, so you can get maybe some sense of scale of the difference between these two pieces. So these Sardaukar ones are pretty substantially bigger. They look really good. Get rid of the gel, throw these back in here. Again, the little cube is for a leader ability, so I'll show you that in a minute. Let's look at the contracts real quick. So that one's kind of nice. That's good. Get more troops on Spice Refinery. A couple more harvest ones that allow you to gain Solari and place a spy. That's nice. Immediate requires to trash an intrigue card to draw a new one and draw a card. That's great. I really like that one. Earn any alliance, 2 Solari and 2 troops. That can be good. Deliver supplies, gain a Solari. And this new symbol is you can bump some, or you can occupy an outpost space that somebody else is already occupying. I don't know if you bump them or not. I'm gonna have to look that up, but that's a neat mechanic. And there's one other punch piece that fell out here is a new board space. And when you play with one of the specific leaders, you add this space to the board. And it's another maker space. So it'll keep filling up a spice. You can gain a spice or draw a card. And it is a combat space as well. So that's pretty cool. I like some of the things they're doing here. And that's too bad. They double banded the new leaders and one of the bands fell off. But that's okay. I think this is the way to go, double banding. I mean, the second band held, so good job. I really like that so much more than this single-use plastic. So who are our new leaders? We've got Duncan, Idaho, and I believe, none of these are double-sided like we saw in Uprising. I think it was Lady Jessica was double-sided. So they're just all reminders on the back. So we've got Duncan, Idaho. Glad to see him here. Chani, so she's got this track, you see, so that's what this other cube is for. So she's pretty cool. Peter DeVries, Twisted Genius. So he starts with special intrigue cards. We'll come back to that. And then every round draws one of those cards, and they do count as intrigue cards, so they can be stolen. But that's pretty neat. So he's got like a special deck of intrigue cards. Esmar Tuek, he's the one where I've played this one before. When you play as this leader, then you add this space to the board. And when you go there, you get a bonus. When anybody else goes there, you get a bonus. So that's interesting. This one's from the Spacing Guild. And you start without water and without a signet ring, but you start with a bunch of navigation cards. And so I'll find those, but you slot 4 of them in these 4 slots. And then the first, second, third, and fourth time you get to level 2 influence with a faction, you reveal that card and immediately gain the bonus. So that can be really interesting, especially with some long-term planning. I'm very excited to try that one. I don't remember seeing it before. Count Fenring. Honestly, not the most exciting one as far as I'm concerned, but I don't know what I'm doing, so that's okay. Boy, I'm going to have to pronounce that, huh? Gaius Helen Moheim. Let's see. Every card you play has the spy icon. That's pretty neat. There's some other stuff going on here, but that's cool. Liat Keynes. Look at all this stuff going on. Ignore the influence requirement for Siege Tabor. That's thematic and cool. You summon no sandworms, but for each one you would instead trash a card, gain a spice, gain an intrigue card. That's very interesting too. That's pretty cool. And then when you signet ring, depending on where you sent your agent, you can get some sort of bonus. And Coda Odax of Ix. This one has the technology symbol there, so you've got to be playing with that part of the expansion. But you get to take a tech basically at the beginning of the game and keep it face down here. You get to pick it secretly, and then you can acquire it whenever you would acquire tech for 1 spice less. So that's pretty cool too. That can help you sort of have a direction at the start of the game. So that's a lot of leaders, and for the most part, they're really interesting. So that may be one of the best parts of this expansion. We've got some plastic bags. I mean, the starter card are good. The techs are good. But I mean, this just folds in so easily. And I think, like I said, most of these should be compatible with both Dune Imperium and Dune Imperium Uprising. But like this guy here, see, he's got like a spy ability, so that's going to be Uprising only. Same thing here, spy ability. This one, you can use with the you can only use with Bloodlines if you use this, or if you play with the Rise of Ix. It's kind of interesting too. Okay, let's not worry about figuring that stuff out right now. So there's this Ixian Embassy board instead of the planet Ix. And these new technology tiles, similar to the Rise of Ix technologies, are going to go on these spaces. But whenever you go to one of the green Pentagon Landsrat spaces, then you can acquire one of these techs. And if you have a high council seat, you get a 1 spice discount. So that's a new interesting twist and something else to do on those green Landsrat spaces. Likewise, I believe that the Sardaukars are acquired from mostly those green Landsrat spaces as well. Let's open up this deck of smaller cards. All right, so we've got the navigation cards for the one Space and Guild leader. So these are unlockable as you advance on the faction, the various factions. So it reminds me of the leader from, where do they come from? Were they from Ix or were they from Immortality? The one with the little snooper tokens. It's kind of similar. But this is pretty cool because you can pick which ones you're going to use, and then you line them up ahead of time, and you can't rearrange them. So that's pretty interesting. And then for this leader, for Peter de Vries, I believe, this is his deck of special Intrigue cards, which just look like regular Intrigue cards on the back, of course, but going to be gaining one of these every round. How many are there? Probably should have counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that'd be enough to get you through all the rounds. Then we have regular Intrigue cards. What are these? Oh, okay. These are regular Intrigue cards too, but this one, just based off these symbols, this one requires using the CHOAM module. This one requires technologies to be in the game, so you can fold them in or not, depending on what you're doing. These are just regular Intrigue cards, just additional ones. These are always fun. Not going to go through all of them, but a little more variety, using some of the new mechanics. That's cool. So I'll fold those in as well. Probably keep them separate from these leader cards. We've got 2 more combat cards. These are for conflict level 1 and 2. So now there is a wild battle icon for each conflict stage. You can pair them together during endgame only to receive a victory point. So a couple new cards. That's good. Like that. Finally, let's look at these Imperium cards. And of course, we've got our new Rivals and House Hagal cards. Let's start with House Hagal. So acquire tech. This works kind of like placing a spy where you acquire tech and then reveal another card. Looks like these are identical. There's 4 of those. And then there's 2 for 2x each. You only incorporate these when this tile is in the game. So that makes sense. Who are our new rivals? So we've got Duncan, Idaho, Peter de Vries, Chani, Count Fenring, Gaius Helen Moinheim, and Kota Odax. So we do not have, interestingly, Tuek. So if Tuek Siege is in the game, that means a human player is playing as Esmar Tuek. We did not see the Spacing Guild person, and Liat Keynes I did not see as a rival either. So for whatever reason, those 3 cannot be rivals. But that's okay. 6 new rivals. That's fantastic. I'm really happy with that. Cool. And as usual, Kota Odax of Ix can only be in the game if there is technology. What are their Swordmaster numbers here? So Duncan is 8, Peter is 7, Chani is 6, Count Fenring is 5, Gaius Moiham is 4, and Kota Odax is 7. Okay, those look good. Now we can see these Imperium cards. These are just going to be, not more of the same, but probably allowing us to use some of the new mechanics in new and interesting ways, maybe little tweaks to the balance. Oh, look at that. There's lots of cool stuff here, though. Variety of costs. 2 of the same one there. I've seen a 1-cost card. I've seen some 6-cost cards. I don't know that I saw a 7 in there. Let me go again real quick. Oh, yep, there is that cool one is a 7. Okay. Oh, that's an 8. Holy cow. All right. So, yeah, wide variety of cards here. That's pretty cool. So I'm just going to fold these into the deck. And that seems to be it for Bloodlines. That is a lot of stuff. So I think, not in this particular moment, just not right now, but I'm going to take all this stuff and put it in my Dune Imperium Uprising box. And I will probably just always keep that stuff together and play with it together. So that is what is in Dune Imperium Bloodlines, And then I've also got a promo pack of cards that I want to show you real quick. So this is promo pack number 2. I got this at PAX Unplugged, and I got 2 copies of this. I'm going to give 1 copy away during the upcoming giveaway of all my Dune Imperium stuff. These are all like hollow. Well, maybe not all of them, but 2 of them. This one, maybe just 1. Now I'm trying to see. Is holographic, metallic? Yeah, I guess it's just this one. Okay. So we've got Worm Riders, cost of 6, can go to cities or desert spaces, gives you 2 spice. If you have 2 influence with a Fremen, gain 4 swords on the reveal. And if you have the Fremen Alliance, gain another 2. That's pretty cool. Arrakis Revolt, go to a city space, cost of 6, gets you a troop right away. If you have a Maker's Hook, then you can spend 2 spice to destroy the wall and gain a worm. That's super cool. Otherwise, on the reveal turn, it's worth 1 persuasion and 3 swords. The Beast Spoils, cost 3 persuasion, go to a city space. And then this is interesting. Gain rewards for your face-up battle icons. So looks like these two definitely only work with Uprising. They wouldn't work with just base Dune Imperium. But yeah, if you've got a Chris Knife, then you can trash a card. A Desert Mouse, gain a spice, and an Ornithopter, gain a troop. And then on the reveal turn, 3 swords. Ruthless Leadership, cost of 4, go to city or desert space on the agent box here. If you have 1 or more Sardaukar commanders in the conflict, trash 2 cards. That can be really cool. 1 persuasion, 1 sword, and command is 6 or more persuasion, then a combat icon. So that one's going to be uprising only as well. And finally, Pivotal Gambit. This one, man, there's some outside use cases for this that'll just blow your mind. But 3 persuasion, go to a Fremen space or to a city space. This says trash this card, gain a troop, and add 1 additional increase with a faction to the first place reward for this conflict. Otherwise, you can gain a persuasion and 2 swords. If you math it out, you can use this. If you got the right conflict and the right board setup, you can steal the Fremen alliance from somebody. If you start the round on the first space and they're on the 5th space, I think maybe they got to be on the 4th, but you could advance like a bunch of times because you can go to a Fremen space with this, add the bonus to the end, and that'll push you up 1 space, get you a point, and then you can go to Siege Tabor after that and get Maker's Hook, and then on your 3rd turn, go to, say, Deep Desert or even Haga Basin, get a worm, and then if you win the combat, and it's got an increase with a faction already, you can increase with the Fremen, and then because of the worm, again with the Fremen, and then another time for this. So that would be 4 times in 1 round, which is just wild. I would love to see that happen, especially if I was the one doing it. So there's 5 new cards or promo cards. Obviously 1 copy of each. I'm just going to throw those in with the rest of my Imperium cards for Dune Imperium Uprising, and they'll be in the deck. So there you go. I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back with a rules refresher video for Bloodlines where I untangle how to incorporate this with both of the different base games for Dune, both Dune Imperium and Dune Imperium Uprising, and I will cover how to combine it with the existing expansions, in particular Rise of Ix. And then you better believe I'm going to follow that up with a solo playthrough video. So if you're into all that, make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. And of course, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. And don't forget to head over to Board Game Geek and leave a like on this video there as well. That would be cool. So there you go, Dune Imperium Bloodlines. It is now unboxed and you will see it again. So thank you so much for watching Table for One. I will see you in the next video.